Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Good Pods, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 68 coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched Cry Macho. It is the new Western drama, low-key a road trip movie, and it stars Clint Eastwood, Eduardo Minette, Dwight Yoakam, Fernanda Urhola, I hope I said that right, Horatio Garcia-Rojas, and Natalia Travina. I hope I didn't butcher too many pronunciations. I'm sure I did. It's directed by Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood has directed his own library. Sudden Impact from the Dirty Harry series, Unforgiven, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino, Jersey Boys, American Sniper, and Richard Jewell, just to name a few. But he's also directed movies like The Mule a couple years ago, The Bridges of Madison County, Mystic River, The Rookie with Charlie Sheen, not the baseball movie. He's directed quite a bit. And you got Clint Eastwood. He's this washed up rodeo bull rider. And they set up his relationship with Dwight Yoakam. And then after Dwight Yoakam is a prick, he asks for a favor. Go into Mexico and bring back my son. And after a guilt trip, Clint Eastwood agrees. And getting there, finding the kid, that's easy peasy. The obstacle is getting back into the United States. And I'm always interested to see what Clint Eastwood has coming up next. So like that was my interest. I went to the theater. This is available on HBO Max, because after the recent Christopher Nolan news, I was hoping Christopher Nolan would have that Clint Eastwood relationship with Warner Brothers, but he became a diva after all of the 2021 release schedule came out. And then let's not talk about his demands with Universal, but I don't know if Clint Eastwood has ever done a movie with a studio other than Warner Brothers. That's where I was going. So, I mean, Unforgiven is amazing. And like Unforgiven is one of the best westerns of all time. Let's keep it real. I wanted to see what Clint Eastwood had up his sleeve with this. And this movie is fine. I like the acting. I won't lie, Rambo 5, The Marksman, now Cry Macho. I'm kind of over the old man going into Mexico to rescue the kid story. And it felt like the dialogue, like all the dialogue was like really basic. Like it was like a real, like the dialogue was always full of explaining and breaking down to the most finite detail to break down. Like, I don't know, like I wasn't really a big fan of this dialogue. All of the obstacles on the way back were kind of like, I don't know, like they weren't like that threatening or whatever. I don't like that's not what I want to say. Like I feel like this was kind of a cookie cutter movie. Like you expected what was gonna happen. You're like, okay, that's completely expected, like getting harassed by the cops in Mexico, and the only way to get rid of them. And then the one guy to like different roadblocks, of course, and then the one guy that's on their ass. But it's not a bad movie. Like, I didn't dislike this movie at all, but I don't know if the most effort was put into it. It was okay. Like, I don't feel like the stakes or the urgency or anything was go 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 go. Like, it's a good looking movie, and the story is fine, but also like the pace. I thought this as soon as I walked out of the theater, and I feel like a dickhead for thinking it. Clint Eastwood is like 91 years old. The pacing in this movie feels like it was written and directed by a 91-year-old guy. It doesn't get boring, but it drags. That's the best way I can put it. So, like, what I feel like I said about Reminiscence, man, like, if you want to watch this and you have access to HBO Max, stay home, watch it on HBO Max. But it's like, it's not bad. It's just not as good as I feel like it could have been. So with all that being said, man, in my opinion, I will say that Cry Macho is solid. Have you seen Cry Macho? What you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. My most recent review is for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And then right after this, I got a review for Cop Shop coming up. And then I don't think I'm going to get back with y'all until October. We doing the fourth quarter of the year preview on a podcast coming up. We're going to talk about upcoming movies, October, November, December. So be on the lookout for that. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me? Watch these credits. Peace.